Welcome back to Classic Conversations. My name is Fresh as always, Fresh Sinatra. Unfortunately today, Vic and Maya were not able to make it, but it's all good though, because I got my boy DJ QwessCoast. He gonna definitely fill in with us. He gonna play the role of guest host today. I don't really want to go and give the whole spiel on you. I don't think I'll do you justice. Why don't you tell the people pretty much what it is that you do, what it is that you've done, you know, let them know what I already know.
Yeah, man, I do whatever it takes, you hear me? You know, I learned that a long time ago. One of my good brothers and mentors, Alex Black, used to always tell me, lead by example. And like, what's up, man, what you do? Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
That's a good answer, man. But I DJ, produce, curate, host. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a holistic health coach. You know, I got a construction background, so I'm no stranger to hard work. I gets out and I gets it. You hear me?
Right. Yeah, I was just saying before we started rolling that back when K Breeze brought me through there.
Get him.
Back when you were pushing out mixtapes, I think that was the first mixtape that I jumped on. I was trying to get on, and I guess you saw the vision, because when we walked in, there was this executive desk. It wasn't like no bedroom desk or no kid desk. You definitely had the whole executive desk with the recording setup right next to it. So when I definitely saw that, the only thing you could take away from that is that this person got a vision. So looking back in retrospect, kind of from there to now, you can definitely see where the progression has come from.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I've seen you do a bunch of things. I've seen you DJ for some credible artists. I think it was you've done like DJ for Nas and a few others. I definitely see you pairing up with Battlecat a lot.
Yeah, that's the
lot later. Yeah. He's definitely gifted. So how did that come about? Like, what is it that y'all do together in that tandem?
Man, it's interesting, man. I met Battlecat many years ago. He first saw me perform at Mavericks Flat.
Okay.
And if anybody know anything about Los Angeles, Mavericks Flat is like it's a legendary staple for black entertainment. You know, if you ever walked in there in its heyday, you know, pictures of Marvin Gaye and Sam Cooke. I mean, you name it. You know, people came through there and they rocked, and it was right on Crenshaw. And so, upon one of the last resurgence of Mavericks Flat, they redid the top floor.
Okay.
And made it really dope in there. It was a good look. And the homie D Show called me and said, man, I want to do this event called Mindset Tuesdays. Okay. And I said, all right, cool, man, I'm with you, let's do it. So it was poetry, live entertainment, and a DJ. So I was a DJ, co-host. We had a live band, house band. We would bring up different artists. We would do poetry. And like one of the biggest artists that came through and performed was BJ Chicago. He came and rocked with us. And so, I mean, we had a bunch of artists that came through there. It was a great band by the name of Cloud9 Empire at the time. I don't even know if they still going by that name, but those brothers are dope, man. I love those brothers. And they would rock with me. We would just have a good time, and Battlecat come walking in, man. The crazy part about it is, if anybody know about LA, we had, what's the taco spot on King? What's the taco spot on King that it take you forever?
You talking
about tacos?
You're not talking about Bills?
Worldwide Tacos.
Worldwide Tacos, yeah.
Worldwide Tacos, they got, if you go to their menu, it's about 75 different type of tacos you can get. Literally vegan, non-vegan, all different type of meat, all different type of styles. But I remember waiting like 2 hours for some tacos one time, bro. And it was like, okay, this is excessive. This is a little gravy, you know. But however, we had Worldwide Tacos catering.
Okay.
And the tacos came out much faster there.
You know? Of course.
It was a smaller menu. But Battlecat come walking in, and he saw me DJing, and I was just doing my thing, just a regular Tuesday night. You know, I knew who he was, but I didn't know him. And he got up and was like, yo, you killing it. And I was like, really? Like, okay. Thank you, bro. I mean, there's a lot coming from you, shit, you know? And long story short, he was serious. He was sincere, because years later, he called me out the blue one day. I'm like, you still got my number? Like, first of all, like, And he called me. He was like, "Yo, I need some music." He was having, I guess he had some issues with a hard drive, or he was just trying to something. I need some music, and he was like, "And I know you got it." And I was like, "How you know I got it?" He was like, "Nah, I know you got that shit."
Right.
And so he was like, "Just pull up." My son was like 1 at the time. He was a baby. I had my son. Cat was in the studio way in Torrance, the same spot that Eric Bellinger and O&E was recording at. Shouts out to Fonzel.
Go back to O&E.
Yeah, so they had a spot in Torrance. Battlecat had a room over there too. So he pulled me into that room, and I brought my son with me. My son's a year old. He's getting restless though, because you can take time to transfer gigs and music and whatnot. And so Battlecat get on the talk box and start playing and singing his name and just freestyling, just going up. And my son's looking at him like, what the hell is going on? It's crazy. I hear my name, but like, and he can't really talk at the time, so he kind of like entertained him while the music was going on. And I must have gave him like half a terabyte of music, maybe 300 gigs. You know what I'm saying? Like everything.
Was it like new shit, old shit?
It was everything. It was everything. I just copied my hard drive and gave it to him. Like, here, you can have it all. Because to me, I feel like even at a Battlecat or a Fred, whoever is the DJ, I always look at it like, I can give you my whole library, and you got to make use of it in the way that you make use of it. It's not going to be the same way that I make use of it.
Okay, yeah.
Just like if I take your library, if I had Jazzy Jeff library, I'm going to do something different than he's going to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of creative arts and DJing and whatnot. And so, that relationship just kept growing over time. We kept seeing each other. We kept seeing each other in the same rooms, being in the right room. And one thing led to another. And me and the homie Fred, DJ FM, had this idea to create the G-Funk All-Stars.
Okay.
And so it was like, man, we can't do the G-Funk All-Stars without like a Battlecat or somebody from that era.
Right.
And we're DJs, so it was built off of an event. Not necessarily we wanted to go in the studio and make new music immediately, because we are doing that, but it was more so like, we're event producers.
Okay. Let's
collaborate on an event and make it dope. And so we had this grand idea. I had a relationship with Battlecat. I called him on the phone. He loved the idea, and we jumped into it. So the first event we did, we booked Battlecat, Georgianne Muldrow, Pac Div, June from Overdose, J-Mo, Mark Knox, Dave Foreman.
Okay.
We did not have a drummer, and we had Rick Jane come out and perform. We had Miss Jack Davey come out and perform, and Anderson .Paak showed up.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he saw it. He was like, "Yo, this is gonna be crazy. I'm there." And he pulled up. Erykah Badu tweeted about it. Currency tweeted about it. Like, all these different walks of life was looking at what we were doing. It just showed like, oh, people really like the G-Funk era. People really like the sound. They love Battlecat, and they love Georgia, and it created like a safe space for these artists. Like, originally we wanted to do something for like Larry June and Polyester the Saint and artists that were kind of like considerably the new G-Funk era artists. They're kind of giving us that player, kind of like gangster rap, but it was still soulful. It was dope,
smooth,
man. And we was like, yeah, man, because we're all fans of those artists. These are the homies too. Like, if I don't know them personally, I know somebody that know them personally.
Right. Especially in LA, yeah.
So we wanted to create a space for these dope artists to be able to work with the generation before, because I felt like there's always a generation gap, right?
Absolutely.
And so we employed Battlecat to be the MD, and he was like, now it ain't like he ain't ever MD before, but he was put in a position that he hadn't been in a while. So he was like, wait, what you guys want from me. It was like we want Battlecat to shine. We need Battlecat to step up into the light as the super producer, super DJ who went to the DMC in the early 90s, who can cut it up for real, but can also make a cold bass line and sing and do certain things. And so we need all of that to come together for you to be able to start working with this new generation. And this week, Battlecat dropped his first new single with a new artist from the West Coast. Like,
really?
You know what I'm saying?
What's the name of that?
I think it's called Seawalk. And
I'm going to check that out.
DJ Battlecat featuring the homegirl La Brea. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just dope, man. It's just dope to see the evolution of it all. I mean, he got records for days. He been producing in the studio with all kind of
He
cats.
never stopped.
He never stopped, you know, but we put him out front. Okay. We said, yo, you gotta shine, bro. You are a headliner.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He's a really humble person. He naturally is not like a...
Naturally humble. He's not really pushing the line and just capitalizing on all of his celebrity that he actually has. But he know he a legend. He know that people look up to him. He gets that. So now it was like we just encouraged him to shine his light.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And it's been like just raining blessings upon blessings on us, because like we put some money in his pocket and he come back and put money in our pocket, you know, and book me and put me around Snoop and put me around Dre and put me around all these people, Warren G and Mac 10, and these are people that I grew up like looking up to, and respecting and being highly inspired to go after my artistry. You know, and
especially the DJs that come before you, like Dre.
Come on.
The fact that people give him credit for being a dope producer, but the fact that he's just as dope as a DJ, and maybe so much so that he's actually lent his tutelage to people like Battlecat. I can't remember exactly where, but I know that there was a Battlecat that said that there were a lot of things that he learned specifically from Dre, like sitting next to him like we sitting, and he showed him. So like for you as a DJ, I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. I
believe it's so that he actually he ended up getting Dr. Dre's turntables from Lonzo, because Dre went on to do his thing, and what happened was Lonzo needed a new DJ, and Battlecat became the new DJ in the club. And he actually was gifted Dr. Dre's turntables. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And he as the story goes, and Battlecat became this K-Day mix master and did it, man. So there's so much history there, man, and it's just a blessing to be like respected and loved and embraced by so much history, because there's other DJs like DJ Kelu Grand who embraced me, original Good Life Freestyle Fellowship DJ, and Tendaji Lathan, who's Sanaa Lathan and Stan Lathan's son, and Sanaa Lathan's brother, and KPL All-Star DJ fam embraced me early. And there's a number of other DJs like a DJ Kenny D who was on KGFI, back in the day. Old school DJ, and DJ Space, who was really tight in with Rick Rude and Sir Jinx, and so it's a lot of older DJs who like took me up under their wing and gave me some pointers and threw me gigs like DJ Alcatraz or even DJ Bandit. It's a lot of cats who I wouldn't be where I am today, and I would be remiss if I don't let it be known that these DJs really looked out for me, in a lot of different ways. And all of them weren't celebrity DJs, a lot of street DJs, and Impact Record Pool, and a lot of DJs.
Are you part of any record pools?
BPM Supreme right now.
Okay. That's a new one, right?
It's a fairly new one.
I know that it's
a digital platform.
Digital platform, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's I saw DJ Head just do something with them. I can't remember exactly what, but yeah,
I saw some on social media where they're working.
Not to go.
Shouts out to Bang Loose, who
that's right.
He just got promoted. Head of artist relations or something like that. But shouts out to my bro. I saw him last night.
Yeah, that's what I think I saw. I saw Head shot him out too for something like that. So the digital space, like that kind of takes me in another direction.
Mm-hmm.
Being that you're in the middle of this kind of this duality where you coming around and you're being introduced to all of these classic DJs, right? Mm-hmm. From an era that was tangible, like, you know, physical vinyl, right? Analog, right? And I always hear Battlecat talk about the differences of digital versus analog, and how, you know, the perfect setup for him is, you know, analog as well as digital, and you know, in the space where analog for its warmth and digital maybe for its ease. But heard Quick talk about some of the same things. But for you sitting in that space where you're around all of these legendary DJs from an analog era, and you're on the forefront of things that are going more in a digital space, like how do you balance that, or how do you find your way when you sitting in that space, which is kind of in the middle? Do these legendary DJs embrace the new technologies as much as you? Like, I know you're a pretty technical dude as well, so like, how do you find your balance between analog players in the digital world? I hate to use that cliche, but
you embrace it. You don't resist, you know, because things are constantly evolving. And so as in every industry, as things evolve, you better, or you will become a dinosaur in your industry. Right. And so for me, I didn't want to become a dinosaur. And it really took Battlecat, who was the analog king, right? One of the analog kings, to tell me, man, no. Embrace the technology, bro. Because I'm still taking turntables out. When me and Battlecat really first started rocking, I'm still taking turntables out.
Had he upgraded yet?
He's been transitioned.
Okay. So he was transitioned, but you were still...
I've encouraged him to get, you know, and even Dr. Dre, like the last time we was all together, Dre was like, I want to start like DJing, but you gotta be on turntables. Like, it's not gonna be on a controller. But that's when he left DJing, that's what it was.
Right.
And I love turntables. I rock turntables tonight if I can. Like, you know, it's just a certain feel. But there's also a feel within a controller, within CDJs, that is priceless. It's almost like idiot proof.
I got you.
It's like dumb proof. It's mess up proof.
But how does that make you, as a seasoned DJ, somebody who learned I don't want to say the official way, but learned the way that
traditional way,
right? Which is not so much idiot proof. You really have to have exhibited a skill and know-how, at very least a love for it to continue. Like,
I definitely think it's a different part of the brain from the tech, from like DJing without sight of waves and music, where you can see things moving. When you DJing strictly ear, there's a different response, I think, taking place in the brain. I don't know the scientific breakdown of it, but I feel it. Like when I'm DJing with a computer and I can see things, I don't need the headphones. But when I'm DJing without that, depending on the routine I'm doing, I can't use headphones, but if it's not like a routine or something like that, then I must use headphones because I can't see anything, so I gotta hear. I'm mixing by ear versus by eye. A lot of DJs learn mixing by eye, and then their ears follow what their eyes see.
I got you.
But Stevie Wonder doesn't see anything, and he's talked about inner visions. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's really, really weird. I don't know if anybody, like, you ever been like walking? Let's just say you're sitting down at a table and you're looking this way. Right, I don't see you. Like you have this peripheral, right? But you come up in a blind spot. You ever felt that person in a blind spot?
Yeah, you can feel somebody walking up on you. Yeah.
It's energy. You know what I'm saying? It's real. And so if you don't tap into that as a musician, as an artist, then you're leaving money on the table. You're leaving real estate on the table because it's a real thing. And so as we're manipulating sound frequency, once you start to understand that, you become the mad scientist. That's why The Alchemist, the perfect name.
Right.
Once I figured out, I was like, I want to be called The Alchemist. Damn, somebody took it already. Damn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you're doing. You're like black magic. You're like creating something and turning it into something else. And people are adding value to, oh my goodness.
But then, so like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you feel about that? Like, so now that you pretty much exhibited how excited you are about that form and that transfer of energy, when you got the technology that makes it easier, where you might not even have to have a high level of skill to kind of maybe do the same things that you do. No. Maybe they don't have to have the same energy.
You do have to have the skill.
Okay, so you still have to.
You still have to have
even
skill.
with the technology.
Even with technology, you because now I think skill still appeal. Shout out to Mike Stroh. Still appeal because it's really important that now as a DJ, everybody got the music. So what makes you different?
So I mean, but like back in the day, like you said, the DMC niggas would go back and forth and they would scratch. Like, what is it that is, you know, like for instance, we took it to the lyrical world, niggas would battle, right? So people still battle. Like, what is it about DJs that still sharpen the skill, or that?
But now you gotta be the total package. So let's see, Rtistic. That's my brother.
Ronald, young Ronald. Yeah.
He's one of the most creative DJs in the business right now, hands down. That's my guy. Right. He's really creative with his his mixes. Really swift.
What is it?
Clean.
1 minute, 10 minute mixes or something like that. He does. Yeah.
It looks easy. Shit's not easy.
I'm sure
it's not. It's not easy at all. It's a niche. He found a niche in the game where he knows how to go through music in a very unique and creative way, really fast. He doesn't use the mic enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hardly ever hear him. Yeah.
He uses it. But he don't use it like Mal Ski uses it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Mal Ski, prolific host. Put him up there with the greatest of the greatest.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? These are my brothers. This is what I tell these guys to their face what it is. You know what I'm saying? So there's no shade at all. It's just looking at the different types of DJs. DJ Head is a great fucking host, man. Like, his personality, it skipped him levels, bro. It just skipped him levels. You know what I'm saying? Total package. Rtistic's the total package. Malski's the total package. Head is the total package because you're not just playing music. Everybody got the music, bro. Everybody got the music. What's gonna set you aside? What's gonna make you different?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, now look, Rtistic, mic game has got better. It had to, because people want a personality. They want a total package today.
Right.
You don't like Kid Capri. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a total package. You can't just be can't just be linear anymore.
Nah, right.
But you do have popular people who are trendsetters and they have a big crowd of friends, and so they become a promoter and a DJ. So now this promoter starts to DJ, so now he knows everybody. So now he's promoting the clubs, and he's a cool, influential, creative person in a certain field or whatever he's doing. So now his parties are popping.
Right. But would you consider that a DJ? I mean, just on the strength of
Steve Harvey's a DJ. Big Boy's a DJ.
Yeah. But, you know, do they?
No, but they're DJs.
So we just call it straight.
It's different type of DJs.
Because I mean, you also had the guys who don't DJ on the spot, who set up I guess you could say like a playlist.
Wait a second, those playlist DJs. Yeah, that's kind of stale. Because imagine like we doing something right here, right? Imagine if you like threw a question off the side, you'd be like, oh, boom. No, I'm like, no, man, you sent me these 10 questions, bro.
Right.
That question on the list, bro. You can't ask me that question. Pass.
Right.
It's whack. You know what I'm saying? You gotta add value. So that right there, that's kind of dangerous. It's cool, it's contrived. That's for radio. You got radio, you got all kind of different DJs.
But you got people like that actually do
in the club.
Like they'll sit and
everybody always drop like Paris Hilton or certain celebrity DJs.
Yeah, they just hit play and let that
I think that's
run.
Bigger in house.
And then they get on the mic and they may get on the mic. But I've definitely I can't say that I know per se, but I've definitely heard hip hop DJs complain about those type of playlist DJs.
You know, that's one of my big issues with like the big urban clubs that you would go to. Like I struggled early in my career with it because they would want you to play the same music, and if you stray too far, they right up in your booth like, yo, what you doing?
Okay.
You know
so politics of it, yeah.
You know, it's like, hey, and I don't think they're getting paid to do it. They just trying to do what's cool, what's familiar, what people know. I've literally had promoters come to me and tell me, it's like, hey man, you be playing some dope music or whatnot, but like you gotta play something like more familiar that people know. It's like, suck your mother. Like, what are you talking about? You don't even know what you're talking about. Let me do my thing. Like,
right.
You literally have promoters today telling me, hey, we gonna go R&B. Oh no, we gonna go reggae for this. It's like, worry about the door, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and this could be to my detriment because promoters are now the new artists.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like these cats they have the following. They got all. It's almost like Apple. What was Apple's biggest stake in this business?
Probably the iPhone.
Okay, the iPhone, right? That's their biggest product for sure. With iTunes, they had the customer acquisitions.
Right.
They had everybody's credit card number. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They had everybody's email, phone number, and so the artist himself didn't even know who their customer was. But guess who did? Apple did. So who has the power?
Apple.
As an artist, you had a hit record, slamming, boom, right? The next time you came back around, if your marketing didn't do good,
nobody heard it.
You might miss.
Yeah.
And you just had a hit record. Or if the record wasn't too good too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
the promoters, they would have that.
You gotta start from zero every time. You gotta start your campaign. But then that's what made people like Beyonce so genius. She was like, wait a second. I don't have to follow that. I have to follow that route. I'm dropping tonight, nigga.
Dropping out the blue.
Tonight.
Out the blue.
To show you who got the power, who got the juice.
I mean, I don't think anybody would argue that.
No, that's Beyonce. But Kendrick Lamar did it.
He did it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he got the juice too. But you could Maya could come back tonight and drop a record, be like, yo, I'm dropping tonight, and be like, hey, yo, Maya dropped a record tonight, right? She could do that if she wanted to. It's the internet. She fine. She could still break the internet today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Especially being away for so long. Yeah.
It just is what it is. We still love her, even though she's been away. Or she ain't been away. She got new music, but I'm just saying, like, but the music gotta be good.
But that's what goes back to you as a DJ and the ears, like being tastemakers. Like, it's always been that DJs have always been like a unofficial A&R, to the streets, right? And even so much so more now where the labels are not, equipping so many A&Rs, right? You might have a head A&R and a bunch of interns where they have to lean on the DJs for that ear, and so much so that the DJs end up being the tastemakers and the A&Rs and the DJs in the clubs and the ones who introduce the new artists, whether it be on the radio or not. But I say that's the power that's been given to DJs, and much more so now. How do you have any? Do you transition that? Is that something that you do? Look for new artists, stay deep in the streets, looking for the new ones to present to the labels. I know that Battlecat has always been a part of what's new, even still today as a producer, obviously, but as a DJ, do you exist more so in that space? I know that you have been, like the mixtapes that you put out early on, you were always working with the new artists and the artists that were up and coming. Do you still do that?
Absolutely, man. The game changed. People have asked me to manage them, and I've looked at it like I don't necessarily want to manage, but I'll consult, or I'll join the company and take a stake in the company so we can build a brand. as a producer, you know, I like to bring products to life. I like to bring services to life. That's what I've been able to produce. Not just music, you know. Producer is a big word. It's a lot of things you can do and produce, right? But always, I think the role of a DJ is to break a record, to bring something forth new, creative, in a creative way that allows people to see the talent that they might not know of. And I've been a part of, you know, breaking records and being first, and you know, that's what every DJ wants to be first if you're really in there.
Right.
You got a platform too that you can actually break something,
Right,
you know,
right.
put something out there. It's always a great feeling to play a record and somebody who's supposed to know about that record, who you think will know about that record, don't know about it. Like, yo, who was that?
So you put them on.
So I put them on.
Yeah.
I put on DJs. I put on old folks about music that came out before I was born, and that they was like, yo, who is this?
And
I be like,
well-rounded DJ.
Wow, you didn't know that? Like, this is such and such. You know, and be like, oh man, that sound like. It was like, wow, this is crazy. So, that's a straight joy of mine to be able to break new music. I've worked with tons of artists. I've recorded artists, you know, for many years, and I mean, music is life for me. You know, music is my religion, and so to be able to still be here, relevant, after 24 years of DJing.
Don't tell them like that.
No, it's just
24 years. Really, bro?
Age is a beautiful thing, bro.
So you've been doing it that long?
I started at 10. I'm 34.
That's what I was wondering. Like, okay, so you must have started real young.
I look good. You know what I'm saying? And
24 years.
24 years, man. And like I said, age is a beautiful thing. You want to keep waking up, right? You want to get older. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why people be rolling that age back. And
these young dudes over here be on my head about it all the time.
You be the old head. You be the old head.
Hey man, I done been called OG. I'm only 36. Dude.
That's the crazy part. You be OG, the big
man,
homie. Be like, really?
I can do the big homie, but bro got hopped out one day and called me Triple OG. Like
Triple OG, he was
Jay
fucking
Ward.
with you.
He was fucking with me on purpose.
He got you. He hit you in the pink spot right there in the kidney.
Yeah, bro.
Jay Ward.
Jay Ward, man.
Hey Jay, that was a good blow, bro.
Yeah,
keep hitting them there. You knock them down.
Man. Well, shit, we gonna take a quick break and we gonna come right back. Classic conversations, fresh.
Yeah.
DJ QwessCoast.
Yeah, let's do it.